Back in the summer of 2019, I took a road trip up to northeastern Canada, through New Brunswick and into Nova Scotia. Now, I had originally intended to go and film the Cape Breton Highlands. However, heavy fogs and bad weather very quickly changed my plans. But nonetheless, here's some footage of the Breton Highlands, as even though it wasn't the footage that I intended to capture, it still looked pretty cool. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, it will instead be about New Brunswick's Hopewell Rocks Park, located in the Bay of Fundy. Now, this region of Canada boasts not only beautiful landscapes, but some of the most extreme tidal changes in the world. The brown, mud-rich waves clue you in on the amount of sediment that's constantly being moved due to the extreme tidal cycles. The landmark flowerpot rocks also clue you in on the extreme change in tides due to their darker lower halves, where the water once was. Their unique shape a testament to the strength of the tides. When the tides are low, you can walk the full 2 kilometers along the beach, checking out some of the unique geology and ecology found on the beaches. And just as a tip, remember not to wear your best shoes, as the water is brown for a reason. The beaches can be muddy, and when the mud gets covered all over your shoes, it's hard to get off. As you continue your stroll along the beach, you have to be constantly conscientious of the tide, which is undoubtedly creeping closer and closer to the ground you're standing on. Although you really shouldn't worry about being swept out to sea, as there are multiple timetables throughout the park that show you when the tide will come in, acting as precise guides that you can use to calculate exactly when you need to get off the beach. After you finish walking along the main beach, and are waiting for the tide to come in, you can kill some time by visiting Demoiselle Beach, which features a large mud flat which you can walk along when the tide has receded. Now, when I got there, the tide had already come back in, but the checkerboard pattern of the mud flat was still visible. No more than 15 minutes later, when I left Demoiselle Beach, the once visible mudflats were all but gone, and sections of the beach I had been walking on just an hour earlier were now also submerged. It truly was astonishing how quickly the tide came in, and also how high it was rising. This realization was made all the more apparent when I returned to the main beach. The once accessible flowerpot rocks were now distant and underwater. The change in water levels was truly dramatic, and by the time I left, there's still quite a volume of water yet to come in. So if you ever find yourself in the Bay of Fundy area, make sure you go check out Hopewell Rocks Park. It really is a natural wonder.